Hi, this is Bonnie with TLC Inspirations with another couple of stitches, and the first one is the Lazy Daisy, and so we come up and then you go down in the same hole and come back up at whatever length you want your petal to be. And you're going to want to come up in the middle of your thread loop. So we come back up, you pull it in, and you don't want to pull it too tight or it will close on you, as you can see in some of my previous attempts. And then right on the other side of that loop, you're going to tack it down. And so there's our first little Lazy Daisy stitch. It creates a petal or a leaf. Now to do another one, you come up again in the center and then put your thread in the same area and come back up again where you want your next petal to be at the size that you want it. And that was a little too short, so that's about the length I want my petal. So again, I'm going to pull it up. I come up in the center of my thread loop and pull it down to the surface until it forms a nice little petal shape. And again, on the outer edge, I'm going to tack it down. And you just keep working your way around. You can put as many petals as you want. You get this effect. Or you can just do 4 petals, or however you want to do it. And you can see some of my earlier attempts. I pulled the stitch a little too tight, and so I lost my petal effect. So it does take a little bit of practice. Remember, this is a Learn With Me series, so I am just learning this myself and have practiced a little bit. So I'm going to do one more for you here. Come up in the center of the flower, and then you're going to go back down right close to the same hole and back up where you want your next petal to be, like so. Again, coming up in the center of your thread loop and pulling it in, and then tacking it down on the outer edge of the petal. And that's a Lazy Daisy stitch. And like I said, you can use it for leaves or flowers or however you want to. Now I'm doing the Fern Stitch. And so you're going to come up. I've got a half of a flower here, so I'm going to come up at the base of my half flower, and I'm going to do a straight stitch. You can make your stitches as short or as long as you want. So there's my first stitch, and now I'm going to come up on the left side of it, and then I'm going to come up and go back down to the bottom edge of this straight stitch, creating an angle. Okay, now I'm going to come up on the other side the same way and back down to the bottom of the straight stitch. Okay, now I'm going to come up again at the bottom of the straight stitch, trying not to leave a gap. You don't want to come in exactly in the same hole or you'll undo your stitching. So as close as you can. And then we're going to do another straight stitch. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go off to the left and then come back in at the bottom of my straight stitch and go back down. We're going to come back up on the right again. And back to the center again, and you're just going to keep on doing this for as long as you want your design to be. You can use this for many things. It creates almost a leaf effect, and that's why I like it. And that's about it for those 2 stitches. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.